How you doing? I'm Dave and I help business leaders use technology more effectively in their business. So I want to talk today about what I'm calling anti-support. Now, what I've seen more and more businesses do is because they're trying to measure the metric of how quickly do we respond to customer service queries, they're forgetting that the response actually has to be valuable and useful. I was talking to somebody this week who specializes in customer experience, and she said something that I thought was quite powerful. It's arrogance when it comes to communication. So these anti-supports, I want to pick on a particular company. Recently, one of my engineers for my IT company, he changed the email address from my personal email address, from my work email address for that company, to the generic email address. But then after that, couldn't log on anymore. So we raised a support request with them. They said, you need to speak to our data department. So we spoke to them, or he spoke to them, and they said, no, you need to speak to the other IT department. And they said, no, you need to speak to the data department. What they also did was send messages which explained how to do stuff we'd already explained wasn't working. So what's frustrating with this, by the way, we have never resolved this problem. We just created another account. What's frustrating about this is that it must be obvious to everyone that this serves no useful purpose. And I see more and more that people are coming back to me quickly, possibly using AI to try and help me. And often they're giving me the exact same information that I gave them in the request. I've started sending people Loom videos. And even then, sometimes people just send, here's the knowledge base article. It's like, yes, if you notice, I referred to that and it's in my video. So with your customer service, try and put it so the customer comes first. I think this is fairly obvious, whether you're in IT or you're in any other business. It's not about how quickly you answer the phone. It's not about how friendly you are on the phone, but put yourself in the customer's shoes. If they've got a problem with something, really, and obviously there's an age difference as well. Younger people generally will not pick up the phone and ring you. Older people generally much prefer to do that. But the point is, you really want to have some kind of frequently asked questions that gets all those 90% of those queries dealt with. I was looking as well at pension. I was looking at our pension platform we use called Nest. Now, Nest is quite expensive pension provider in the UK, but their website is awful and it's so hard to use. I had to ring them up twice to change my bank account and reset the password. And what my concern is that clearly the people behind it don't know how to create software that's easy to use. They must be spending an absolute fortune on people to answer phone calls. The knowledge base articles they have are awful. They just warble on without solving the problem. But more importantly, what that's telling me is this company has not got cybersecurity under control. I don't trust them with my data because clearly they're not able to create systems that work reliably. They've not put the customer first. So I will not be recommending or using them in future because I have concerns that they may have a data breach because clearly their developers aren't doing good coding. The systems and processes they've got aren't well designed. It's a big risk. Now, it would be a very simple problem to solve. Without spending a lot of money, they could take the top 20% of questions that people ask and then create a frequently asked questions around those, which actually takes you through solving the problem. Again, you could do some videos showing people how to do it on the site if it's complicated. And then you could have a chatbot which can guide you through those questions. So you can just ask it the questions quickly. But what a lot of people do is they get very frustrated with these chatbots because they ask it a question and it says, here's the knowledge base article. And you go, well, that didn't help. And they go, here's some other knowledge base articles. You go, well, that didn't help me either. And they go, here's the first knowledge base article again. It's like, well, maybe at this point you need to put me through to a human, which is why people just say, put me through to a human. But actually, the reason that happens is because this data is not well enough structured. So take the things that people ask a lot, either eliminate them, which is the best thing to do, but at the very least, have a simple way that people can solve the problem themselves quickly without having to sit on hold waiting to speak to you. And that reminds me, you can have a thing so people can ring you back. If you can't answer the phone, you can say, if you'd like to be called back, press 1, then we'll call you back when we're free. Why don't you implement that in your business? That's all for me today. So thanks very much. And I hope that's helpful. And please let me know kind of how you've changed your business to make your customer service better and focusing on the customer first. Because we all get frustrated with businesses that are really bad at it, but some companies do it really, really well. And I'd love to speak to more of those businesses. Thanks very much. Have a good day. If I can help you with any IT stuff, do get in touch. Thanks for listening and watching if you did. Thanks. Speak to you soon.